So this is Natasha with Natasha'ScrapbooKorner, Natasha Jewelry Corner, and our one. But today I'm coming to you with a little gift that Auntie Janet sent over to my puppies, and that is the bed that just arrived. And first to the scene to try out the bed are of course Cookie and Lollipop. Here they are. So here's our new Betty. Who loves it the most? The gang. I can tell they love it. They totally love it. Would you say thank you to Auntie Janet? Thank you. Say thank you. Thank you. Are we gonna say thank you? Oh yes, we are so happy. Thank you, Auntie Janet and Pitoon. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. And here's Fox. All right, Fox, do you like it? You can stay there. Okay. Yes? You have something to say? Yes? Kusinka, this is a bed for all. Really, for all of you. Okay? So don't drag it under the chair. I know. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, sweetie. Thank you. Ah, there you go. We got a new Betty. Thank you, Auntie Janet. Thank you. Oh, my goodness gracious. Here they are. Yes. All right. Bye. You have to say something, don't you? Okay. All right. All right. On that note, we're probably gonna say goodbye, right? Say bye.
Hello my friends, Natasha with Natasha'ScrapbooKorner, and today I'm coming to you with a little gifty haul, like happy mail per se. I just visited with nanajl54 here on YouTube. Please check out her YouTube channel. She actually recently did a lot of distashes, so check if everything is available. She is one of the thriftiest people I ever know, so check her out. And she's not doing lots of crafty videos lately, but everything that she's done in past is absolutely amazing. She's a great hostess, and I'm very blessed to have her as a friend, and she is my sister in Christ, and I enjoy visiting with her and her husband. Each time I'm going there, it's like I'm coming home. So, and each time I'm coming, there are gifts from me waiting. So a pile of thrifty finds or something that she purchased, and I would like to share with you some of the goodies that she gifted to me. Skipping the bottle, the water bottle that she gifted to me, which I just finished my fizz drink, my Arbonne fizzy drink. She actually had an older stash of the blackberry fizz drink herself, because she uses Arbonne stuff as well. and she shared that fish stick with me. She mixed it for me for the road, so thank you so much. And as a Floridian, she gifted me another pink flamingo. Thank you so much. And this is the beautiful notepad. Faith in God includes faith in his timing. So for my notes and what's not. Then there is a little envelope with the little note cards and what's not. Let's see. I didn't even open that one. No problema. So this is cute, and with the little little things and notes and cards and envelopes. So that can be very handy sometimes when you're on the go. So little things like that. Thank you so much. So then she gifted to me one of this kind of like tassimasi lace tassimasis. And some of them are in cream, if you see, and some of them are in white. So those probably gonna be in the kids for my shop. She is supporting my shop in all costs. So thank you so much. That's gonna be a beautiful wonderful kit that I can create, and maybe that tassimasi would be such a beautiful inspiration for me. So I'm gonna work on that. Then she gifted me this couple of I'm sure it's thrifty finds for our whatever junk journaling, what's not. So this one has all this lighters. Look at this. This is Gorbachev and Reagan. So that's interesting. That's, you have like different things. So you can use that, yeah, in junk journaling, what's not. Look at this. This is like military. Oh, Korea, 1951. Wow. And shout out to our veterans on Memorial Day. We are forever grateful and thankful for all your service. Thank you so very much. The words kind of don't cover it, don't they? The same when you're really feeling things inside of you, the words seems to be very shallow, and they never can really bring that feeling across of what you're feeling inside. So it almost seems like that thank you is totally not good enough, totally not expressing what I'm feeling, what a gratitude. Although I am immigrant, and but my country has veterans, and we forever grateful for them, for those who never came back from whatever military actions were taking place. The same for American veterans who gave up their lives, whatever actions they were involved in, and their families. Today we went to church with Janet, and we had a prayer for the fallen heroes and for the ones who are serving now. So God is watching over you, and may your families be in peace and surrounded by the kindness and support of our nation. So that's a shout out from me to military. Thank you so much again for your service and coming back to the Howl, the watches. This is also absolutely, this is one of the books that were really handy because I'm following Dee Dee Willingham here on YouTube, and she is absolutely phenomenal artist. She does the live streams, what's not, and she does the collages. She paints the collages, she paints in the books, she colors the color books. She share the knowledge of, I do believe, of 30 years being an artist, and she does the testing of the new items on the market, like paints and what's not. So if you're in any sort of painting, mixed media art, I would strongly recommend to even if you will watch her shows in their not real time and after time, you cannot attend the live streams. Absolutely phenomenal artist. So big shout out to Dee Dee, and I know she is great supporter of military herself. So another thing we did over the couple days that we spent with Janet, we did the Bible journaling, and actually I started the Bible journaling with Beatrice. She's not doing videos, I don't believe, and that's each time I'm going to the crop for like 4-5 days. Beatrice teaches the Bible journaling classes, and somehow or another I am missing out. So couple of weeks ago I went for a day, and it happened to be a Bible journaling class, and I literally came there like 5 minutes before closure, and I grabbed all the literature that they were working at that live stream. It's still right here, and of course they gave me all sorts of bookmarks and gifts, because this was after class time, so they kindly shared with me their bookmarks is one of them. And so I asked Beatrice to tell me about Bible journaling, because Bible is kind of a sacred book, and I kind of have a hard time to write in it. So although as you see, I have journaling version, so I can take my notes. So, and I actually gifted, I shared my Bible with Beatrice, and that day she was working in Psalm 105, and her message was, the word is a lamp unto my feet, and the light up to onto my face, onto my path. I'm sorry. So so they were drawing the lamps and the lights. Here it is, the sketches. So that's what they were doing during that Bible class, Bible journaling class, and I asked Beatrice so kindly just to draw me an example, and she wrote me a message. So that's how my Bible journaling started. So I'm kind of into it now more than ever. I really love it, and I actually sabotage Janet to do so. And Janet picked up the chapter, and that was the Jonathan. Let me get my glasses, it's a little bit dark in here. And that was response of Jonathan, Jehovah continued. And it's chapter 10, 12. When he was preparing people for Lord's coming, and the message was, sow to yourselves in righteousness, reap in mercy, break up your fallow ground, for it is time to seek the Lord till he come and rain righteousness upon you. So that was the message. We read the whole 10th chapter, and me as a being foreign and English secondary language, I wanted to know righteousness, the meaning of the righteousness. So here's Google to our rescue. Google search, and righteousness, the quality of being morally right or justifiable. So that's the dictionary explanation of the word. So, and after reading the chapter, I decided that Lord rains righteousness upon you, which includes the goodness, the virtue, the purity, honesty, honor, morality, worthiness. So, and of course it rains hearts, because with the love from God. So that's what our Bible journaling was all about. Then we get sidetracked, then we decided that we are gonna do a la Didi Willingham that I mentioned earlier, that we are gonna do the postcards, mixed media postcards, I know Didi is not the only one who does it, so just don't quote me on that, but she was the one who I've been introduced to that type of art through her. So she's not the only artist that does. There are so many followers of Didi that she co-works with, and sometimes, especially for Christmas, they do that like a marathons, and all the artists coming in. So it's kind of fun group of people. So yeah, go ahead and check her out. She's awesome, and her folks, the group of ladies who are following her, are absolutely amazing. So basically, you cut out regular piece of paper, heavier cardstock, and then you cut out something that inspires you from the magazine and just piece it together. So in this particular one, I stumble up on pink tutu skirt, and I was like a piece, but it's tutu skirt. Then I saw this girl just like that. She was wearing a sweater, and her hands were like all over the place, and the crowd was behind her. So I kind of tore her out, and then I envisioned her with the butterfly wings, and I found the butterfly wings in the other magazine. And then this bottle, for some reason, spoke to me, and I probably think I know why, because it says French girl, so it's out of the beauty magazine, facial polish. Okay, so I've recently been to France, so French girl, blah blah blah. Make the story short, here she is. So you adhere the magazine cutouts with the mixed medium or gel medium, and then you paint and blend the pieces with the paint. So that's kind of the technique. So here she is, happy butterfly. So she kind of came out really cute. Then this one I really like. She's a photographer. There were like two photographers. Janet used the water out of the ocean, and she left the rocks on the side, so I picked up the scraps of her rocks and I used on my side, on my card, and then I put this girl in here. And this is a black and white picture of just palm trees. So I got that, and I love bling. I got I like boho style. So when I saw this bling, so basically she is from the desert, with the craft services, highlighting the bright pieces in a black and white world. Make sense? That was my kind of thought process behind that one. Okay, so that's kind of fun. You know, whatever you put this in these cards, it's kind of like fun thing. You know, there is a story behind each art, and it's always nice to hear what the artist or painter thought during painting their piece. The same applies to all the big names, you know, Picasso's and, you know, whoever the famous painters are. So there's always a story behind the art piece. So then this card was actually painted, and the magazine cutout was done by Janet, without realizing that I did only 2 cards and she had 4. So she stole one of the stove. I gave it to her. So instead of doing 3 and 3, Janet was doing 4 cards and I was doing only 2. And she said it's not fair, and she threw at me one of her cards to finish. So basically she did the blending of the waters and what's not, and this is from that famous musical. Cannot think of the top of my head, but anyway, and she's like, go ahead and finish it, and I was like, what am I supposed to finish? And she's like, I don't know, it's empty, I don't know what to do with it. So I started to flip through the magazines, and I found out this big watch, and I cut out the middle of the watch, and that's how it is. I didn't even trim the edges, as you see. I didn't finish it, and I didn't blend it in here because it was kind of late and I didn't want, but I really like it. Who cares if it's sticking out? So that's kind of the you know, that's what we were doing, playing along with the you know, arts and stuff, and had really great time. So I need to put like a date on these cards to remember when I was doing those. So I'm really happy with the result of what I see. Really, it's kind of fun thing. Okay, and then I was walking out of the door, and Janet ran over and she's like, hold on just a second, here is the book. She gifted us, she's like, you can, you know, use it, you know, cut it or whatever. And this is a reproduction from 81 pages of full in color. This is old book, the art treasures of the Prado, I would say his name. I have no idea the artist. So here's, I mean, this is precious, isn't it? Just to scan this image, this is beautiful. So I don't know, I'm sure she picked up it at the thrift store. For the images, you see it's already, you know, kind of old, old book. Library of Great Museums. So there will be a collection of, or assortment of different arts in here. So art treasures of the Prado Museum. Text by Harry B. Formerly curator of paintings, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, with the foreword by Sanchez Canton, subdirector the Prado Museum. And I just wonder, there's something already cut out in here. I just wonder when it was printed. It's reproduction, 167 reproduction, 81 pages, then 2 211 reproductions from 130 pages in full color, and 141 reproductions for 100 pages in full color. They usually have the I think that was the piece that's missing. I'm looking for the year of this book and I cannot find it. Isn't that the saddest thing? So anyway, again, this is for, usually they have like a year at the end of the page, aren't they? So I think that's the page that's missing in here. So already kind of people cut into it. Yeah. So there is a little bit history. And this type of text, if you are not into art, it's fine. You can, you know, read the history and then use it as a, you know, journaling, and or for your junk journaling. So for example, oh, there's some already, yeah, taken out. So when they double-sided, I wouldn't be able to, you know, choose over one over another. So it's just a little interesting. I love art, so it's just interesting to see what the artists were, and it's Spanish art, so I'm not really familiar with the Spanish art. I'm not even there. So it's kind of interesting. Just being in museums in Paris in November, I've been really deep into art and, you know, paintings, seeing Mona Lisa, and I mean, it's just the whole world. Look at this. That's this little girl from the front. That's her. She's so tiny, tiny, little tiny. Yeah, it's just, and it's all for the most part Spanish are very you know, of course, religious, you know, nation, and of course in those times, when it was painted in 1599, that was, of course, people were deeply religious, and the paintings, of course, reflect that for the most part. So, and it's interesting because from different centuries you can see the dress code changes. As a historian, you would probably recognize more elements in architecture, like the glass mosaics or arches in architecture. I am not a historian, so it's really hard for me to you know, recognize things, but basically, like, you know, the hats, they are devoted to a specific period of time. In this particular moment, this is a German, so yeah, they were wearing the furs and larger hats and the curly hair that was very traditional in those. This one is Dutch, portrait of Dutch person, and in 15th century, that's, you know, that was the fashion. That little beret in here and a little ruffle at the you know, on the sleeve. So it's just interesting, you know, little elements. If you know a little bit of history, it's always interesting to kind of dive into dresses, jewelry, stuff like that. Some of them you see they're colored, some of them are not black and white. So yeah, this is Adam and Eve, I would presume. Yeah, the Garden of Delights. So, and if you want to see, understand, I'm sure there is a lot of literature on those paintings. So yeah, this is beautiful. Look at this. The portraits in those times were phenomenal, and how they were drawn, the bodies, really, oh my gosh, look at this horse. Oh, and there is even unfolded. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's beautiful painting. That's beautiful. So, thank you so much, Janet, for a wonderful visit. And my puppies actually got the little gift. She found for them a little bed, at their Tuesday morning or whatever. She couldn't find it in her area, but she was traveling, and she had a chance to buy for my puppies a unicorn bed. So, make the story short, I am absolutely thrilled with the weekend and another generous gifts, and another chance of visiting with Janet, and do a little bit of art and receive these wonderful gifts. So please go ahead, check her YouTube channel, give her some love and support, and say that Natasha sent you over, and check out her stashes. All right, and I will be talking to you later. Thanks so much. Bye bye.